Hi, my name is Bowulf, and I'm your Saturday Fitnessmanswers guy. And the question of this week is, what is your diet plan? What have you tried in the past, and what are you doing now? In my past, I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried low calorie, staying between 1,000 and 1,500 calories per day, which is pretty low for a 400-pound individual. I've tried portion control. I've tried low fat. I've tried eating, those 100-calorie Snackwell cookies, and in the past, it's never worked. The most success I've had in the past was when I was on ephedra on the Metabolife program. I lost about 10 pounds in 6 months, and you know what? That kind of success really is discouraging. I can understand why people give up on weight loss. That was until 2004 when my brother started the Atkins diet program, lost 75 pounds, and proved to me that, you know what, if he could do it, I could at least try. Well, a lot of people think you know what the Atkins diet program was. I know when I first started, I thought I knew what it was and failed miserably the first couple days that I was on it. I thought it was just eating 20 grams of carbs per day, and I could not have been more wrong. It's about eating the right 20 grams of carbs per day. The other thing that shocked me on the Atkins diet is how much it promotes actual vegetable intake. There's no phase on the Atkins diet in which you're not eating the USDA recommended 5 servings per day of vegetables. Even on Induction, you're eating at least 6 servings of vegetables per day. A serving is a half a cup, and on Induction, you're encouraged to eat 3 cups of leafy, non-starchy vegetables, also called solid vegetables, peppers, mushrooms, lettuce, for the first 14 days. I didn't know there was a second phase or a third phase or the fourth phase of the Atkins diet. I thought I knew what it was. I hadn't read the book. Well, luckily, after failing for the first 2 or 3 days, like I said in my last video that I posted, I went ahead and read the book, figured out what it was, and I'm going to try to give a brief synopsis and a sample menu for what the Atkins diet might be for the day. Well, the first rule of the Atkins diet is that you're able to eat liberally until you're satiated of meat, including fowl, red meat, white poultry, fish, and eggs per day. That food should encourage you to feel satiated as well as to help you fuel your body in ketosis. And remember, I said satiated. I didn't say until you were stuffed full. I didn't say eat the old 96er from Big Outdoors fame. It's about eating till you're full. Some days when I was originally on the Atkins diet, maybe that was 3,000 to 4,000 calories per day. And you know what? I still lost. It's not about starving yourself. If you're hungry, eat. If you're not hungry, don't eat. I can understand where some people want you to eat 6 meals per day. For me, I'm more of the eat when you're hungry or at least every 4 to 6 hours so you're not starving yourself. Broccoli, cauliflower, you want to eat those phytonutrients that are in those things. If you ever heard people talk about the Atkins diet, it's always meat and cheese and more meat. Well, yes, you do eat meat on the diet. However, the cheese component, it's not an all-you-can-eat cheese diet. Most people are surprised that you're actually limited to eating 3 to 4 ounces of cheese. And even on Induction, it's not any cheese. One of the reasons why it's just not 20 grams of carbs per day is that one of the reasons for Induction is to put yourself into ketosis. Dr. Atkins, when he created this thing, wanted you to see the appetite suppression from ketosis, set your body up and get yourself starting to get acclimatized to burning fat for fuel, and also eliminate a lot of the potentially allergenic or food sensitivities that could possibly have been undiagnosed in people in their diet. And eliminate all the junk. Which version of the Atkins diet do I suggest people to recommend? I typically suggest the 2002 version, as opposed to perhaps what's being promoted now, because what's promoted now says you can eat the shakes and bars and things like that. And a lot of those shakes and bars have been shown to cause stalls in individuals. People start relying upon the impact carbs or the maltol or just being the sugar alcohols that might be contained in those things, and don't see the results that they want. So I suggest a more unprocessed or foods that you can create in your own kitchen, as opposed to something being made by a commercial food manufacturer. The other half that I don't think most people think about the Atkins diet is they think they can go on it and then hop off. And that's really not the case. Like I said, induction is only 14 days. However, Atkins is supposed to remain for the rest of your life. But that doesn't mean you're eating induction level carbs for the rest of your life, or even the induction foods. The very next phase after the Atkins diet is the ongoing weight loss phase. And that's really the phase that Dr. Atkins recommended you lose most of your weight within. It's during that phase then that you add in all those additional food rungs, which might be the alcohol, the additional dairy, the additional vegetables, the melons, the berries, the fruits. Yes, you can actually have fruit on the Atkins diet. Even whole grain breads are added in during this phase, and corn is added in during this phase, the starchy vegetables. So what are you really cut out on your diet? Really is not so much what you're cutting out, it's how much you're cutting it out. So by the end of the Atkins diet, when you're in the pre-maintenance and maintenance phase, you could potentially be eating the same relative diet that you're eating today, but you're at least more carb conscious on what you're putting in your body. Eating the pizza crust, maybe I'm going to eat less carbs for the rest of the day. It's about understanding how those carbs affect your body and understanding what your carbohydrate equilibrium is that's going to keep you at your goal weight. And really that's what's the important thing is it's great to lose the weight, it's even better to stay at that goal weight. And finally, the other thing that's going to keep you at your goal weight and also make you good while you're at your goal weight is the exercise component. And I recorded a video yesterday on my after exercise and why do I exercise at all? I hope you watch the video and perhaps learn something. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe, click the yellow button, because I know I find myself learning something from each of the Fitnessmanswers guys, and I know you will too. Thanks a lot.
Hey, well, I just got finished with my exercise portion of my day. It's about 105 outside, heat index, about 92 degrees with plenty of humidity. And as part of any exercise or way of life, obviously exercise is important. Is it the most important thing? Gary Taubes certainly says no. He proves that exercise alone, all it does is increase appetite. So, in order to actually lose weight, one has to correct the eating cycle. If you're eating junk, you'll perform like junk. If you want to perform well, you better feed yourself well. This just happens to be one way that I've chosen to feed myself and perform well. Atkins diet. I eliminate all the junk out of my diet, i.e. the whites, the sugars, the starches, the flour, the potatoes of this world. Well, how do I want to perform well? My exercise plan of my weight loss career has primarily been cardio at least 3 to 5 days a week. And really, what does cardio mean? It means just moving. It means getting up and making your heart beat a little bit faster than it normally has to. Making sure you breathe a little bit more than you normally have to. Exercise those lungs. Exercise that heart of yours. Make it more fit. It's a muscle just like any other. That diaphragm is just like a muscle like any other. Your cardiovascular system has to be exercised from time to time if you expect to perform well. So that's half my exercise. The less fun half, or the half that I actually have to work on, is the resistance training. As funny as that sounds, when I first started, I couldn't imagine running more than 1 to 2 miles at a time. That was my ultimate goal. In fact, that was all I did because that was all of my PT tests that I had to do. If I have one suggestion in terms of exercise, is to work your core, work your mid-region, work your planks, make sure your back is strong. For who wants to have this ripped upper physique, muscular lower physique, but your back hurts? Who wants to do that? Number one cause of stopping exercise is getting hurt. Number one way to prevent getting hurt is to attack or treat those muscles that you need to. That'll keep you strong. So I want to thank Fitnessmanswers for giving me an opportunity to post my video. And if you have any questions that you want me to answer, feel free to stop by my channel, Bowulf, here on YouTube. I make regular videos from time to time. I try to do it every week. And again, if you're interested, hit subscribe on my videos and make sure you subscribe to Fitnessmanswers. Thanks. See you again.